This slidey chair is difficult. Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I'm going to be going through my Trading212 portfolio and also my FreeTrade portfolio. So just giving you an update on what's happened in my portfolio over the past 30 days. I'm wondering how many times I can say portfolio in 1 minute, but just to give you a bit of an update, and for FreeTrade, I will show you the free shares that I have received this month. Obviously with Trading212, it is still not open to any new investors, unfortunately, and they are not giving a date as to when they're going to open this back up. So I can't tell you, and apparently they can't tell you. So there are no free shares with Trading212, but of course I still want to show you my portfolio. So something that I'm doing slightly different today is that I am splitting this video into two. So I'm doing this Trading212 portfolio update, but I'm also talking about an ARK Invest portfolio that I'm interested in, and that's with Trading212 as well. But I decided that I would do that in a separate video because I feel like that just needs a video in itself. So if you are interested in my ARK portfolio and what I'm doing in terms of that, then check it out, linked above. But if not, and you're just interested in the portfolio, let's just jump in. So hopefully you can see my portfolio now. You can see that it's currently at £647.48, and I currently have a return of £49.38, which is equivalent to 8.27%. So in comparison to last month, my portfolio size was £598 in total, and my return rate was 9.56%. So it's actually gone down since last month, but I added an additional £50 into my portfolio this month. So that's why you can see that I'm now in the 600s. Again, as I said before, there were no free shares this month, and so that's the only real addition that I've made to my portfolio. So for the biggest winners this month, so AT&T is one of my biggest winners, and I'm glad because I've had this one for a while, and I like that they are a high dividend yield payer, and so I'm going long term with AT&T. So it's quite nice to see it in the green. So I'm currently up by 4.8%. Last month I was at 0.29%. So it's gone up by over 4%, which is fantastic. My next biggest winner of the month is Invesco Nasdaq. So you can see that I'm up currently by 7.59%. I only bought this maybe about 30 days ago when the stock market was like at an all-time low. I don't know about all-time low, but it was really low. And the Nasdaq is something that I've always been intrigued in. And at that point it was quite undervalued. So I put in about £50, or maybe, no, not 50, 40 something pounds. And yeah, I'm glad to see that it's gone up in this time. So last month it was negative 1.7%. So to see it now at plus 7.6% is great. My next biggest winner is Realty Income. Again, this is a dividend payer, but this is a monthly dividend payer. So it's quite great in terms of that. So currently it's up by 6.8%. And last month it was down by negative 2.5%. So it's seen a pretty good increase. And so again, happy with that. And of course, when the dividends come in, as I'll show you in a bit, they're now getting more than they were originally, because at first I had like £10-15 invested, but now I have £80. I'm starting to see that the dividends are going up each month. And last but not least, my other biggest winner of the month is iShares Global Water. I spoke about this, I think, in my last portfolio update, and why I'm interested in a water ETF. Of course, we all need water to live. And so in this ETF, they have some great companies. So check it out if you're interested. But yeah, I'm quite happy with this, up by 4.66%. Last month, it was down by 1.25%. So it's going in the right direction. Now, for biggest losers of the month. My American Battery Metals is quite sad because I was up maybe 2 months ago by like 196%. Last month it was up by 81%, and now I'm up by 12%. So I'm still up, I'm still in the green, so I really shouldn't complain. But when you see that it's up by 196%, to go down to 12% is quite a blow. But it was one of my penny stocks that I had bought. and I bought it at a fairly good price. So even though it's seen a huge downturn, I'm still in the green, which is great. And I saw actually on the Trading212 app, they now have it on, let me check, where did I see it? So if you go to home and you go to new on Trading212, you then would see American battery metals. So they've listed it now on the new on Trading212, which is quite interesting. So maybe it will pick up some steam because people will see this and be interested. So I'm just going to wait to see how that goes. My next biggest loser is the Rolls-Royce Holdings. So yep, again, it's still in the green. So it's not technically a loser, but it is because I'm currently up by 10.93%. Last month, I was up by 14.8%. So again, it's gone down, but of course it's not by a huge amount. So I'm still happy with it. And I'm still glad that I've got 25 shares. Actually, I think I should have bought more at the time when it was down, but hey ho, it is what it is. And then my next biggest loser is Royal Dutch Shell. So I'm up by 52%. So I'm still doing pretty well. But last month I was up by 66.8%. So it's gone down a bit, nothing to cry about. And last but not least, Tencent. I'm currently up by 2.69%. Last month I was up by 8.76%. So at least I'm still in the green, but nowhere near as much as I was in the green last month. So for new additions this month, I have not added anything to this portfolio, as you can probably see, but I will talk about my ARK Invest pie that I have created in the other video, as I mentioned at the beginning. So if you're interested to hear what that's all about, then do check out that video. And as for the dividends that I've received this month, so I received a dividend of 21 pence yesterday from Royal Dutch Shell, which was nice. And I also received a dividend of 3 pence from the Nasdaq on the 25th of March. I then also received my monthly dividend from Royalty Income on the 18th of March, and that was 24p. So as I said, these are starting to increase with Royalty Income. So before that, it was a 5 pence dividend, and now I'm seeing that it's at a 24 pence dividend. So obviously it's not a huge amount of money, but I like to just see it increase and go in the right direction. Okay, so now for my FreeTrade portfolio. I currently have £57.71 in my FreeTrade portfolio, which is great because last month I had £23 and some change in my portfolio, and I haven't actually added any money into FreeTrade. So this was all from free shares from you guys using my referral link. So thank you so very much. It is truly appreciated. If you don't have a FreeTrade account and you're interested in getting started, then I have my referral link below in the description. And basically when you sign up and deposit at least £1 into your account, then you will receive a free share, but I will also receive a free share for referring you. So up to you whether you want to use my referral link or somebody else's. But if you do sign up to a FreeTrade account, make sure you use somebody so that at least you can gain as well from the free share. So this month, let's look at what's happened. So one of the free shares that I received was this UK Property iShares free share. I actually don't know if it's an ETF or not. It doesn't really give a lot of information, but I received that on the 7th of April, so thank you very much. And then I received a dividend of 3 pence for my renewables infrastructure share that I have. I received a free share of Edinburgh Trust, so I believe I have 2 of those now because I already had one of those as a free share. I received my dividend of 5 pence from the UK dividend ETF that I have. And then I received a free share of the emerging markets, a free share of SAN Group, don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and a free share of Avast. So those are the free shares that I had received since my last update that I did. And overall, as you can see, my portfolio says that I am up by £47.71. And as I mentioned in my last video, the thing with FreeTrade that I don't like is that that includes your free shares. So it says I'm up by £47.71 because I've only put £10 of my own money into this account. and the rest of that £47 is basically from free shares or dividends. So that's why it says I'm up by that, but that's not how each of the stocks are performing. So in terms of how the performance of the stocks are going, Edinburgh Trust, I'm currently up by 42 pence, which is equivalent to 7.27%. And I have 2 shares in Edinburgh Trust. I have 1 share in emerging markets, which is currently up by about 10p, so 1%. The UK dividend ETF, I'm up by 31 pence or 4.48%, and I have 1 share of that. San Group, I'm up by £1.05. That's pretty good, which is 18.72%. And I have 1 share of that, and that was a free share again. And then I have the UK property, which is up by 5.17%. Avast, which is up by 5.24%. And renewable infrastructures, which I have 2 of, and I think this was the one that I initially bought with my £10. Actually, I can't quite remember if it's the one that I bought, but I'm currently down by 14 pence, which is equivalent to negative 10.34%. And that's all I have for my free trade. So again, I'm not a huge fan of this app, but I thought what I would do is I will just let it grow on its own. So as I said, I've only put £10 in, and I'm now just going to leave it in terms of the free shares that I receive. I'm really curious to see if it will outperform my Trading212 portfolio in the long run, as I'm intentionally choosing my shares within my Trading212 portfolio, whereas within my FreeTrade portfolio, I'm just kind of receiving the free shares and seeing how they perform over time. So I guess we could just see how it goes. And again, thank you for using my referral link.